All right, we're doing it. Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. If you're wondering who I am, it won't surprise me because I haven't put out a video in over a year. If this ends up on your For You page, welcome. I'm the guy who always used to talk about financial independence, retiring early, the FIRE movement, and my plans to do a mini retirement. And if my absence isn't evidence enough, I have failed. No, I wasn't spending all that time enjoying my retirement. I have been working a lot and I didn't retire. So this is a confession of my failed retirement and an apology to my 69 subscribers. I'm sorry, I'm not a good content creator. So what happened? So last year, 2025, I was really planning on retiring early. I was really in the FIRE movement and I was going to do it lean. So what I mean by lean is I was going to retire on a very little amount of money and I was going to try to survive. I documented how much debt I had, which I'll get into that in a later topic. And I documented my income, my expenses. Check out the channel. I was going to try and FIRE early and do what I called a small FIRE, or I forgot what I called it. I am going to be honest, I'm not going to lie. I was being a jackass. I was trying to meme a little bit too much, and I was trying to be funny, and it's not time to be funny, it's time to get serious, because life is, well, it's happening fast, and I'm wasting lots of time, and I don't like that. So the channel was about FIRE, and as you may expect, I didn't retire, and here's what happened. So I was really into the stock market in 2025. I was hoping that I could sell options to make enough income to survive while I was not working. I was going to quit my job in retail, where I make over $15 an hour, but I make under 20. I mean, I don't make a lot of money. I think last year I grossed 35 G's where I live, current state of my state. I think the average median income is 40 G's, so I'm still under the average. It's not impressive at all. So I was going to retire and sell options for a living, and then the tariff trade war happened, and I sold. If y'all don't know what selling puts are, basically I sold way too many options. That means that I am obligated to buy shares at a certain price, and that just was really dumb because I sold it on a loan. Dave Ramsey would be disgusted. And I sold it on a loan, and then I ended up just stressing myself out, and I didn't want to make videos anymore. So I was kicking these options down the road. Basically, they say your chickens will come to nest, or to hatch, or to roost. Your chickens will come to roost at some point. I was writing checks I couldn't afford to cash. I still am. I'm tangled deep in debt. So what happened was, I was so stressed out, I quit making YouTube videos because, one, I was trying to appeal to the algorithm. I was trying to go viral. And two, I don't think I really had a plan, all right? I have a plan now. I didn't have a plan then. So what happened? I quit making videos and I started drafting fantasy football teams. The market was tanking. I was stressed out. My hours at work were low. I was working like 25 hours a week. And I started drafting fantasy football teams to escape. Over the course of the summer, I drafted over 450 football teams. And I spent $2,500, maybe 2.5, 2.6. I spent over $2,500 drafting football teams over the summer instead of buying the dip, instead of putting money in savings. In fact, I almost liquidated my savings account to draft fantasy football teams. It was at about $1,000, enough for a Dave Ramsey emergency fund. Wow. So I didn't retire. I'm a fraud. I failed myself. I failed my audience, the 69 or so people who are loyal to me. I appreciate y'all. I don't expect y'all to be loyal anymore because I'm not really a content creator. But with all that said, you got to get back in the saddle, all right? There's a song that goes, it's a country song by Luke Combs. It goes, well, when the pressure's on, it's kind of hard for me to remember. He says, back in the saddle. No, it's the only backup plan you need. Getting back up is the only backup plan you need, all right? So I've been dealing, I did a lot of videos on debt and anxiety, agoraphobia. It's kind of the space of this channel. And I want to get back into it. So I'm asking for forgiveness for myself and the audience. And you know what? It's not that serious, you know. I'm acting like I need a comeback tour, and really, the audience is probably churned and I'm starting afresh. So welcome to the channel, everybody. So what is the plan? Well, I'm going to do some more debt videos. Lots of debt videos because I'm in lots of debt, all right? Things I'm planning on doing. I'm planning on breaking free again. Rather than firing, I've got to figure out something different, because if I don't, then I'm going to be part of the permanent underclass, and at the rate of AI advancement, you can tell that it's advancing by the amount of AI slop thumbnails on your feed. And I'm not insulting AI by any means. In fact, I've been doing a lot of generating art. Generative AI. I've been working on creative endeavors with it. I think it's a very useful tool. But, you know, there's not a lot of real left in this world, except for me, all right? So, where else are we going in this video? I didn't retire, and I probably never will retire now that it gets to it. I'm the kind of person who will be probably working forever unless, you know, this YouTube thing takes off, which, with my track record, it probably won't. But nonetheless, I will try again, and if I fail, well, you'll probably see another video such as this coming summer 2027. I made a video called The Summer of George, and I feel like this might actually be the real Summer of George. But no pressure. Just wanted to let everybody know that I'm back at it, and I'm back in debt, and I want to do something about it this time. I think if you're on a debt journey yourself, you're in mountains of debt, I think we can do this together, and I can be evidence. I could be what they call empirical evidence of a success story, or I could be evidence that free will doesn't exist, and my theory of what I like to call quantum failure, which I'll do a video on in the future. But I assure you, I'm not going to do any corny videos anymore. I'm not going to appeal to the algorithm. I think my last video was everybody's car is nicer than mine and my car sucks. My car is the same. It still sucks. It's still holding up. I think I had to spend, that's what happened. I had to spend about $750 to get it repaired. And I charged it on my credit card. I just paid it off a year later. So, you know, we've got some creative ideas in the works. So I would appreciate it if y'all would stick around. And if I don't put out a video, I will say I get motivation from people being sad that there's no content. There's a lack of content on the internet. There's really not. I don't know if I'm going to do a lot of comment reading, because that puts a lot of pressure on me that there might be 3 or 4 people that are counting on me. But I don't know. Just thought I'd check in, let you know that this channel is not a dead channel. So remove it from your graveyard of channels that is to the left on the search bar. And I hope this finds you well. It's a beautiful day out, beautiful spring day. So get out there, get some sunshine. We're gonna stop. We've got an internet addiction we're gonna work on too. So if any of this resonates with you, stick around. See how it turned out. Have a wonderful day.